The recording started.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. Congratulations with finishing the learning week of the entire course. It means that you're a step ahead to successfully completion, I hope. So let's have a brief overview of what is supposed to be done within the week number 5. And before we review what is supposed to be done, I would like to highlight that unfortunately, not everyone is paying attention to the announcements, to the webinars that we are conducting. So, in order not to miss every valuable information related to the course, so please, I would like to ask to subscribe to the Discord server and monitor the channels that are widely used for communication. So especially pay attention to announcements and popular questions. So here, if let's say if the question is frequently asked, it's most probably it's already answered and it could be located here. And a part of it regarding the cross-check process. So if you remember, the previous week was the first one which introduces the cross-check flow. So please, if it's still not clear what the process is, how you should perform the cross-check, please pay attention to the following page on the docs of the RSS. It describes the entire process, how you should perform the cross-check, and please pay attention to the deadlines, because so for now, for the current week, since it's the first cross-check in the course, we are making such as well, let's say, such exceptions for those who wasn't be able to submit the homework to the cross-check and perform the cross-check before the deadline. So we made the exception only once. So please pay attention to the deadlines for the task and for the cross-check, because once you will will not be able to complete all the assignments by the deadline, the task unfortunately will not be evaluated. So please be careful and pay attention to everything, every information that is given. All right then. So we're starting the next week. As I announced previously, it contains the following modules and the major task, which also introduces the cross-check flow. So we're starting implementing the shelter. Shelter is the like a website which represents the pets that are taken to the shelter. So, and here the important note that during the week number 6, you should pay attention only to the criteria that is related to the week number 1. So to navigate to the criteria, you just simply click on the week number 1 link and reading carefully what is located here. Once you're ready, you also can like verify your implementation against the cross-check evaluation criteria. Again, just click on the week number 1 and pass through over the criteria and check yourself. Okay. So starting
I'm
from
so sorry.
yeah.
Guys, pay attention that you should submit for cross-check till the 2nd of May. it doesn't mean that you should finish cross-check or you should submit it during cross-check. Not. After 2nd of May, even if you submit through the cross-check submit, this submission won't be valid and your task will not attend in the cross-check.
Yeah, that's really important. Thank you. And still, if you are not able to complete the full task, let's say you're not able to complete every criteria from the task, still it's a good idea to submit your homework for the cross check, because anyway it's better to get at least some of the points instead of 0. All right. Along with the shoulder task, you are also supposed to pay attention to the module JS Basics Part 3, pass the test, which will be added to the RS app, and complete the task code word string and numbers that is going to be checked automatically. All right then. So Anna, Andrei, you have something else to add?
Currently no. I will complete the cross-check of CV after this webinar. And if some of you is totally disagree with the points, you are able to make appeal.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And well, I'd like also to say that starting from the current week, well, that would be a great idea not to announce what is coming the next week after the current one, because for someone it could be confusing in terms of, am I supposed to make the assignments from week number 7 in the current week or not? So just paying attention to what should be performed on the week number 6. All right, seems like we have no additional info to add. So do you have something else to ask? Maybe some questions? So I already see the raised hands. So State, as usual. Wait, please go ahead.
Hello. Happy holidays. Happy Easter to anybody who cares about this holiday. I have read the shelter task requirements and I found this detail that help section should be done either in Flexbox or using grid layout. And in our schedule, we study grid layout and flex layout later in week 10 and week 11. And I found it kind of interesting. If we study grid layout and flex layout later, then why we have a requirement to have a help section to be done in grid on or flex?
Well, that's a good point. So we will think on how to reform the overall evaluation criteria, because yeah, it seems like we need to to remove all the mentions of the flex or grid layout and add it later.
Yeah, okay, and we have to submit this task after May 2.
You need to submit the task before the May 2.
Before. That's crucial. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Sanjar, I don't know how to pronounce correctly. Please go ahead. Who raised the hand?
Hello.
Hi. So you raised the hand, so you have a question?
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So I have a question about the appellation, as Hannah mentioned. After today's session, is it possible to make a GitHub issue for the appellation? Or we should do it after the 1st of May?
So you mean making the appeal for the results of the cross-check? Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
Well, I presume once you received, or you already received the feedback on your cross-check, so you can open the GitHub issue with appellation.
I have taken only 3 feedbacks. The fourth one is not put by the reviewer. Can I do in such case GitHub issue?
I guess yeah. You
No,
can.
if someone didn't check your task, this student will get 0, as mentioned in the REST documentation, but you will get the mark is average between you got.
Yeah, he got
right.
the mark between the average, but he will be able to appeal for the cross-check review. Is this someone from the feedback that you disagree with, so you want to make an appellation?
Is it possible in such case if even the fourth reviewer hasn't put any mark to my job, can I make a GitHub issue for the appellation?
Yeah, you can appeal for the cross-check review until
And
this.
according to the documentation, I didn't see any kind of deadline for the GitHub issues for making the appellation. Can I do it later?
That's
or
correct.
It should be in some kind of time. I mean, between from such time till the such time. I mean.
Well, definitely we don't have any documented deadlines for the cross-check appellations, but you should be aware that the students are performing the cross-check. They seen your implementation, and most probably they remember it. I would say it should be done as soon as possible, because
Okay.
if you do it later, so there is a high risk that the evaluation won't be appealed, just because due to having not enough time.
Okay, understood. Okay, thank you so much. That's enough for my questions.
Okay, anything else? Seems like no more questions. Okay then, so the info that we announced during today's webinar will be also mentioned in Discord announcements. So just would like to ask to review them, and please be pay more attention and be careful in terms of task requirements and the deadlines, because in case if you haven't met the deadline, so the task will be unfortunately failed, and there will be no any exceptions anymore. Okay then, in case of no questions for now, let's close today's webinar. Thank you everyone for attention and have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.